Oh, what about now? I think we got audio now. Turn that down.
So it's turned down music a little bit.
That's still on.
It's like a picture
It's
or
froze,
something.
yeah. Go to this. Okay, switch to that. But my camera, it's like my camera's froze. Oh, it's because it is froze. Okay. Now,
Yes.
can you scoot over to your right just a little bit? But it's still not streaming.
It is now. He says, uh-oh.
Do what?
He says, uh-oh.
Right. Alright, how's that? Just trying to get this camera set up and then we'll be ready to roll. Can you hear me okay, Herbie?
See a big knife.
Okay.
See a big knife, run away. And he said, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so you're looking at the cutting board. Now switch over to the pots. The latency's a killer. And now you see the pots, right?
Breathe. Alright, cool. He said yes.
Okay, cool. That hurts.
It kind of does.
Gargle salt. Alright. So now we're going to start with the soup. And this week is a chicken. It's going to be a creamy chicken and vegetable soup. Sorry it took so long for the stream to get started, but here we are. In this pan we got bacon. That's going to be for the lunch. So I'm going to set that over here for right now. A couple of things I've already chopped up. The vegetables, potato, celery, carrots, onions. I'll finish them up a little bit. The carrots, just the baby carrots. I just cut them into 3 pieces. Onion, kind of chunky. 4 slices, and then chunk them up. And that goes in. The celery stalk, I just split it in half and chunked it up. Again, making sure all your vegetables stay approximately the same size. They don't have to be exact, but pretty close, so they all cook at the same time. And then we have this thing right here. Herbie knows what this is.
Don't say it.
We have little red potatoes is going in the soup, and then we have russet potatoes that are going to be going in for the lunch today, which we'll get to that in a minute. It'll be a mashed potato, a loaded mashed potato. But for the soup right now, we're going to finish it up. That's all the vegetables, and then chicken.
Sorry about the lag. Herbie said, "Don't even say it."
Right. Yeah, we got a latency issue this morning. It's
probably
about a 6 or 7 second delay, unfortunately. So if you ask a question or make a statement, give us a second. We'll get it caught up. But the chicken, just kind of cutting it into chunks. A little bit bigger than the vegetables because the chicken's not going to take very long to cook. But the soup is, like I said, going to be like a creamy chicken and vegetable soup, Italian style. What I'm going to put in it is garlic, basil, oregano, a little bit of thyme, a little bit of rosemary, salt, pepper. So the soup is what I eat through the week for lunch. Everybody else kind of gets into it too, so it's make a pretty good sized pot. So it's delicious. Now we move over to the pot.
Eventually.
Right, it'll get there. Wash the chicken off my hands right quick. Turn the heat on to the pot. And while we're over here, we might as well go ahead and cook the bacon while we're doing it at the same time. We'll grab the spices that we're going to be using. He should still be able to hear us. Probably should make sure.
Can you hear us?
Switch cameras, so we got to make sure we still have volume. Good answer. Can you hear us when it's on this camera over the pots, or do we lose sound?
What's the big silver bar that's across the top of the pot? Oh,
Right here?
Reflection in the microwave.
Yeah, this is the bottom part of the microwave right here.
It says, "I hear."
Good.
Hear you.
Alright, so in the pot, a little bit of olive oil. Throw our bacon in the pan. We're going to save that bowl because we're going to need it to put the bacon back into after it cooks. Let that start sizzling. Smell. Put that there. We're going to put a little bit of butter in the pot for the soup. Grab the flour, babe. Get all the seasonings set up, get them ready to roll. Set it up there. Thank you. Get it warm a little bit. Throw our chicken in. Mix it around a little bit. Let it cook. Don't think I got any notifications sent out, but it'll be all right.
And the tree's breaking up just a little bit.
Turn the output down a little bit. Anyway, salt, pepper, granulated garlic, crushed red pepper flake. Pretty good bit because we like it spicy.
So I think the heat is messing up the camera.
Can you still see though? And this is basil. I basically just put a coating over the top of each with each of the spices, and then we adjust it after we get everything in. This is oregano. This is thyme. And one I forgot is rosemary. And rosemary. Let the chicken get a couple minutes on it. Bump that heat up a little bit. Bacon's cooking away over there. I have actually put bacon in this soup as well. It's pretty good. Bacon pretty much can go pretty much go in anything.
Oh yeah.
They're coming through a little better now.
He said, yeah.
Good.
I'm not getting those messages anymore either.
Yeah. Wonder if we might be able to bump the latency up a little bit so it's not. Try that. Give this a little better look. So once we get the chicken about halfway through, what do you say?
Hang on. When we do that, it goes back to the clipboard. There we go.
So get the chicken about halfway done or so. Get the quarter cup measurement. Going in with about a quarter cup of flour. And this is going to help make the sauce in the actually about a little less than 1/4 cup. Get the chicken all coated up with the flour. The flour helps thicken the soup up, gives it that creamy texture. Once we got that in there, get everything coated so you don't see any raw flour anymore.
09 says, good morning, Chef Unapius.
Morning, Zero. Thanks for stopping in, my guy. Making up some chicken and vegetable soup. Gonna give it a little bit of a cream. We just threw some flour in to give it some body. Now we're going in with our vegetables, which is carrots, onions, celery, and potatoes. Give that a stir.
He says camera went dark over the stove, and it switched to the camera near the cutting board, then switched back to the camera on the stove distracting.
It did it by itself?
No, I think it was when he was the latency. We were changing it.
Oh, the latency, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
09 says nice. But we can see it. We can see it now, right? You can see over the stove down in the pot.
So, got that all stirred together real good. Can of garb on it.
Says yes. 09 says yes also.
Yeah, just one. Get this bacon moving around a little bit. Thank you. I did forget one vegetable that I wanted to put into the soup, and that's a can of chickpeas or garbanzo beans. I guess it depends on where you're at in the world, determines what you call it. All the same. It's the bean that most So the can opener sticks in. It's not going to do anything because it's not plugged in. Broth or the liquid that's in there and with it as well. Thank you. Chicken stock. Switch over to the other one. Just for a second. So the chicken stock is homemade. We take the trimmings of vegetables and stuff like that, and we hold on to it in the freezer until we make some more stock. Because we make, usually comes out to be about 14 or 15 quart-sized jars of it whenever we make it. Lasts a couple of months because I use it every week for soups. And these lids, it seals up nice and tight. So these are reusable. Wash them and reuse them. So far so good. It's got a silicone ring in it. Lasts a while into the soup. Back to the soup. Turn the bacon down just a touch. Bacon is going to be going in some loaded mashed potatoes. Figure while I was making the soup, I might as well go ahead and cook the bacon at the same time for the loaded mashed potatoes, which is lunch. The soup is for lunch through the week. In the oven right now is the lamb shoulder that I sent pictures out of last night after I had seasoned it and was getting it ready to go into the oven to slow cook overnight. So we woke up to the house smelling like rosemary and thyme and lamb and onion and all the good stuff. So into the pot with the broth. Might need one more, babe. Give that a stir. A little more broth. There we go. Now we're talking. Wasn't quite enough left in there to put back in the refrigerator, so waste not, want not. Bump the heat up on the soup a little bit and get it going. It's just got to simmer for a half hour, 45 minutes or so while we're doing everything else with for the lunch. And we'll taste it, do our final seasoning on it, and then into the fridge it goes. So Zero, did you get snow where you're at? And do you still have it? Like we do? Might be AFK. It's alright. How much snow you got left in your yard, Herb?
He said some, but not much.
Some, but not much. Yeah, we ended up with about 4 inches or so. Still there. Still got to go get my truck. I had to park it at the bottom of the hill and walk up. It's still down there.
Zero says we are supposed to get more today.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm kind of over it.
Right. Well, it was nice because we got a snow day out of work, so, you know, there's that.
Right.
Bacon. The bacon's just chopped up into little pieces, as you see, so it'll mix into the mashed potatoes well. So while that's working, get some other prep work type stuff done. Yeah.
Herbie says not much. Melted yesterday. I hear there's another snowstorm coming next week. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yay us.
Maybe we'll get another snow day out of it.
Oh God. Now we sound like the kids in high school. The kids in school. Snow day.
Yeah. I forgot to put paprika in the soup, didn't I?
Oh no.
Paprika. Good stuff. This is a smoky paprika.
most of our spices with Frontier Co-op. They're all organic, really, really good.
Yeah. You get them all on Amazon, right?
Yep, you can get anything on Amazon.
Yeah, pretty much. Mail order brides, good children, bad pets. Bacon is done, so we're gonna strain it out. Back to the cutting board. Is there what? What does it say?
Yes, I'm hearing the time being said in the stream.
I have no idea what that means. Like the time of day or how much time has passed on the stream?
Wow, that's kind of weird if it's doing a countdown.
Oh, it's a countdown?
I don't know. No,
Oh.
I'm just saying.
So straining out the bacon. Sorry, I'm sure that was really loud. Put a spoon on the back side of your colander strainer. It just kind of helps hold it so it doesn't slip on you. That way you got both hands to be able to get all your bacon scraped out. A little thing, you know. That way you don't have to have two people to strain the grease off your bacon.
Let's see, 09 says, let the bacon flow.
That's right. So in this pan, we got all these bits and bobs and pieces and all the good stuff that sticks to the bottom of the pan. So for our soup, we're going to add a little bit of bacon flavor to the soup. We're going to put it back on the stove. A little bit of heat. We're going to take some of the broth out of our soup, just the broth. Might get an onion or two in there, a piece of celery or something. This is difficult.
It's loaded with stuff.
Alright.
Herbie says it's saying the time, 10:35 a.m.
How often does it do that?
And then he says, be right back.
I'm going to put it in the pan.
Are you hearing that too, Zero?
We're going to deglaze the pan. We're basically just getting all those bits and stuff. Bits and flavor, because that's a lot of flavors just stuck to the bottom of the pan.
Herbie Zero says, no, I don't hear it. Technical issues all around.
Yeah, no doubt. We had enough. We don't need any more. So I'm just deglazing the pan, all those little bits and pieces. I don't know if y'all can, how clearly you can see it. I'll show the other camera here in just a minute. And then we pop that into the soup. And just adds a little more flavor. I mean, because everything...
Zero says pretty clear. Herbie says, I see it.
Cool. Switch back over. So all those things that were all stuck on the bottom of the pan, they are all pretty much gone now. Cool. Try to set this in the sink without making too much noise. And we just stir that into our soup. And let that continue to simmer. Now, move the bacon out of the way. Be using it a little bit later. And we move on to, we're going to shred some cheese. Because you can't have loaded mashed potatoes without cheese, am I right?
And lots of cheese.
And lots of cheese, yeah. This is Kerrygold cheddar from Ireland, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
It's the same people that make the Kerrygold butter, which is really, really good too.
yeah. So we're just going to shred this cheese up right quick. Do a little bit of prep work ahead of time.
Zero Nuts is good brand.
Very good, yeah. They got the big blocks at Costco, right?
Yeah. They're giant. It's like 4 of those.
Yeah, it's huge. So cheddar cheese, shredded up, ready to go. I think I'm making a mess. But that's part of cooking, making a mess. Put that in there. Gotta clean my cutting board where I cut that chicken a minute ago on the front side. Eat the little pieces of cheese that fall on the counter. Nothing goes to waste.
Zero Nuts said, freshly shredded.
Cheese, yeah. Sorry, that was probably loud too. Anyway.
Yeah, it's so easy just to shred it yourself instead of getting it pre-done because they have fillers in it when it's pre-done.
Yep.
This way it's just the cheese.
Yeah, they put it doesn't stick together. Alright, we're gonna slide this pot over one. I think. Yeah. And just let it do its thing. And then we're going to move another pot. Where did I put it? There it is.
Now you're losing your stuff, huh?
I'm going to take another pot, put cold water in it. Something else I probably should have done earlier is fill this pot up with cold water. Sure, that sounds pretty good coming over a stream.
Maybe they can't hear it.
I don't know, I think they can hear it. They're just not going to say anything.
He said, hear what?
Good. Yeah, I'm putting water in a pot, so you can imagine what that sounds like. Coming out of the refrigerator. It's our source of filtered water, so.
He says I'm dealing with tech issues.
Right.
And he said, I hear it.
Pot of cold water. And our potatoes. Sorry. Force of habit. Not sure why, but I saved one potato to peel on the stream. So, you know, it's peeling a potato by me. That's how it's done.
Herbie says, "Urgh."
Yeah, I know. It was an accident.
See, it's really not just at you. He just says it like that.
True. So, peeled that potato. Gonna rinse them off.
Nah.
Potatoes and skin go in the trash.
Now he's saying your truck is getting towed.
Right. Yeah, he's been wanting to steal my truck ever since he found out it was down there. Got some broccoli that we're going to put it on to thaw because it's frozen. Just let that sit there. Alright, as far as the potatoes are concerned, cold water. The potatoes, just cut them into reasonably the same size chunks. So they all cook approximately evenly. Kind of important because we're going to be using a potato ricer to make the mashed potatoes with. And I like to cut them in so I can grab like a handful, drop it down in the ricer, and mash them all up at the same time. And if they're not all cooked evenly, then it can run into some issues. If you don't have a potato ricer for, what was it, 20 bucks?
Yeah.
It makes very nice mashed potatoes. Again, Amazon.
Everything is Amazon.
So here in a few minutes I'm going to be pulling out the roast, the lamb shoulder, so we'll have the big reveal for that. Get the cutting board. I think I'll be done with the cutting board after I get done with these, so I can set that pot that the roast is in right here underneath this camera. Bloop. Splashing water all over the place. Come here. And the last one.
Man, them potatoes are alive.
Going all over the place. Alright, once you got them all in there, got a little bit too much water. Don't want that to boil over. You basically just want enough water to cover the potatoes. You back on the stove. So into the water with the potatoes goes some salt, a couple of good pinches, so they get seasoned while they're cooking. And let that come up to the boil. Green onion. I gotta cut the green onion. Green onions are also going to be going in the mashed potatoes. Nothing fancy about them, just chop them up, throw them in there. Generally cut them in half so they're easy to manage. Take half the green and half the base. Do them at the same time so they mix together a little bit. Once again, nothing overly crazy. We don't have any chives. It's just the wrong time of year. Green onions look pretty good. Have a very similar flavor to a chive. So that's what we're going to roll with. Just like that. Into our little bowl. Big bowl, whatever.
Yeah, you're the human food processor.
Been chopping food for a long time. Very long time. I swore I dropped one, but I don't see it. Oh, there it is.
Find it later.
Yeah. Alright, so that's all done. The broccoli. Do I need to cut the broccoli down or just leave it like that? It'll be fine like
You
that.
can't.
Oh, that's still frozen?
Yeah.
No worries.
I can't suck it.
I don't know. I'll just leave it like that. We'll thaw it out. I'll cook them whole. Celery's done, or not celery. Green onion's done. Bacon's done. Cheese is done. Potatoes are cooking. Let's check the soup again. Coming together. Now the chicken is done in the soup, we can start giving it a little taste, see where our seasoning's at. Need to add a little of this or a little of that. Where'd my taster spoon go?
You probably put it up.
I don't know, it's holding the strainer. So, get a little taste of the broth. Definitely needs salt. Everything else is pretty much on point. Add a little salt to it. Salt to help bring out the flavors of all the vegetables and the chicken and even the other spices that are in here. Kind of weird how it does that. So then we'll taste it again. Rinse off my taster spoon. I think that'll do her. Let my official taster have at it.
Delicious.
Delicious. Delicioso. Put the lid back on that. Still got some time, it's got to go. Vegetables aren't quite soft enough yet. Stir the salt into the potatoes.
Definitely don't want any bite on the potatoes.
No. Yeah, you could also bake the potatoes and then take them out of the skin and run through the ricer. That works as well. Alright, what else? I don't have anything else to cut, right?
I don't think so.
Alright. Everybody say goodbye to the cutting board. Set it over here for now. Take our slip cloth out of the way. Put it away. Potato peeler can go away. Let's get ready to pull that roast out because we got to with it while this other stuff is cooking. So the big reveal. Hopefully it looks really good. I think it will because I've already looked at it.
Well, we had to make sure.
Oh yeah. Thank you. All right, how's our positioning? You got the pot? Yeah. All right, here we go. There she goes. That right there looks mighty fine. Do I need to bring the camera over closer? Can y'all see that okay? So that's been in the oven since about midnight last night at 225 degrees. And in the braise is carrots, celery, onion. Then I coated the roast in olive oil and then seasoned it with thyme, rosemary, salt, and pepper. And then in the braising liquid is a cup of red wine and about a cup and a half of chicken stock. And then the rest of the juice that you see that's in here is from the meat and a little bit out of the vegetables, mostly the meat. So the hard part's going to be getting this thing out here without it falling completely apart. But we're going to give it the old college effort.
Herbie is saying apparently this time saying is on the stream. I switched to my PC and it's still saying it. Zero wasn't getting it. And it's not my alarm going off at me really.
I forgot to chop the red onion. So Zero's still not hearing it, but Herbie is. I don't know, I'll have to look into it after the stream, I think.
Yeah, it might be my alarm.
I don't know. We'll have to figure that out after the stream, I think. We got some new stuff that I tinkered around yesterday and got it, basically tested it this morning. It seems to be working as far as being able to switch between the cameras, which is what we wanted.
Yep, it's got to be my alarm. Zero says, I mean, I hear it chiming ever so other, but that's it. Yeah.
All right, taking the roast out.
Weird tune to it when it goes off.
And all we want in here is just big old hunks of meat.
Wow. Yeah.
Can you grab me a pair of rubber gloves? Oh, it fell, it broke. It's so tender. Ugh. Of course.
Herbie's got the yummy emojis going.
We gotta give it a taste. We gotta let the official taster it. It's like blazing.
Harvey says, so tender.
It's very tender.
Yeah, you're not burning me this time.
But yeah, you can see that's pretty hot. Get a little bit of that broth on here.
Oh, man.
The taster spoon.
Wow.
Some more meat right there. Put that in there. Gonna need the mint here in a minute. To make the sauce, probably should have done that earlier. Check the potatoes right quick, just give them a little stir. They're working on getting to a boil. That's hot. Gonna need that in there anyways. Alright, so as far as shredding the lamb up, I'm just gonna put on a pair of gloves. And I'm not trying to shred it up like thin or anything. I just want to just chunk it. It is stinking hot. Ow, very hot. Give me the tongs. There we go. Now we don't want this to dry out on us, so we're going to take the broth and I'm going to strain it into the lamb. There's what I'm looking for. Alright, there's a piece of sinew that runs in between the two pieces of lamb. You just leave it on there. You don't try to cut it out. Because after it cooks, you can see it just slides right out. And you can throw it in the trash. Because you don't want to eat it. That would be, I guess you could if you like chewy, rubbery things. But we don't, so that's why I pull it out, pull all this meat off of it. And throw it in the trash. But everything else here is beautiful. Oh crap, I'm sorry. I know that was sharp. Now, we're going to take a strainer. A strainer.
In the sink.
This one. Shake that down a little bit. Grab some towels. This pot is rather warm. I'm going to pour that broth back over the top of the meat and take all the vegetables out because they pretty much serve their purpose. All their flavor is now in the broth.
Yeah, but we get them outside the birds and stuff.
Yep. Because you can taste of them and they almost have like no taste whatsoever. You know you're chewing on something, but there's just no taste to it. It's weird. I guess it's not weird. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to get all the flavor into your broth, which goes into your meat whenever you're doing a braise. So you can see they're kind of not as good as they once were. Move that lid. Okay. Move this out of the way. Still gotta cut that bread. I forgot that little dude. Wipe the counter down, got a little juice here and there. And we're just going to mix this around just to make sure everything's getting coated. Get the carrot out. And that way the meat will stay nice and juicy, because as it rests it's going to start to reabsorb some of the liquid and keep it nice and moist. So I'm going to turn the oven off. Move the potatoes around a little bit. And then I'm going to have to bring the cutting board back over because I forgot to cut up a red onion.
Let's see. Cat Beanie says, sorry I'm late. We all love some moisture meat. Moist.
Moist. Welcome in, Cat. Don't worry about being late. Great thing about the streams, you can go back and check them out. But you made it just in time for the reveal on the lamb, so good timing, I guess. But this red onion is going to be something else that's going to be going into the mashed potatoes. Let's see, I need the sesame oil.
She said, woohoo! The cat has decided we're not paying attention to her.
If she comes over here, she's probably going to claw my legs.
I know, I'm watching.
If I scream all of a sudden, I apologize. My cat has a tendency to come up behind me and crawl up my leg and hurt me.
You're not looking at me.
Soy sauce. Since this is going in the mashed potatoes, I'm going to do a pretty fine dice on it, just so it gets incorporated a little better. That piece of skin right there is no good. I need to take out one more peel. But we like a lot of onion, so that's why I'm putting the whole onion in there. You can go with a half. Just depends on really how much you like onion, I guess. Best way to say it.
Kirby says laugh out loud about the cat. And the cat says Mom likes to attack me while I'm streaming too.
Yeah.
I know, you're not paying attention to them.
And they're so stinking quiet. It's just all of a sudden you realize you're in pain. You really don't care for it very much.
So if he screams like a girl, it's the cat.
Right. I wouldn't know. Maybe not like a girl, just.
Yeah.
That's how it comes across, anyways. So mincing up the. I'm not sure what. I've heard it called both. I've always called them red onions, so. I'm sure you've all seen the different ways to chop vegetables, especially onions, where you lay it on its side and slice into it, and I've tried that over the years so many different times, but I've always looked at it from the standpoint, the rings are already there, so half the cutting is already done for you. So why go through all that when you can just slice them and hit them like this, and you can end up with little fine mince. Just my opinion. It's also what you're used to doing whenever you're in the kitchen, so do what you do, but I like to show people options on things. I think the potatoes are just about to start to boil. Yeah, there we go. And Switch over to that pot. There's our potatoes. Just starting to boil. So we're going to set a timer on those for 8 minutes. Just so I don't forget them. May not take 8 minutes, but at least it's on my mind. Onions, I'm just going to throw them in with the green onion that I've already chopped up. So as far as the loaded mashed potatoes, we've got cheddar cheese. Sorry, Kat, the cheddar cheese is from Ireland, not from Scotland. I apologize. And bacon bits, red onion, and green onion. A little bit of garlic, and we've got some ricotta cheese that I'm also going to be putting in there, along with some butter and some milk. What else did I miss? The mint.
Yes.
Alright, then I got some mint for the sauce that I'm going to make for the lamb. The lamb's in the jus right now to retain some of its moisture and to absorb some of the liquids, but I'm going to make a mint sauce to just kind of drizzle over the top. It's not going to be heavy by any means. It's going to be a real light mint sauce. Hopefully, that's what it's going to turn out to be. Mint and garlic. So for the mint, it's just going to be a chiffonade. Just going to run the knife through it from one side to the other. Not going to shred it up real fine. Don't need to, because I'm going to be putting it into a mortar and pestle and kind of grinding everything together here in just a minute. But it's easier in a mortar and pestle whenever you already have smaller, finer things that you start with, and you bring them all together. So, mint, just a couple of tablespoons of mint. Like I said, it's not going to be really heavy on the mint flavor. This particular one has actually some Asian ingredients in it, but they seem to work really well together. Back over to the soup for just a second. Switch back over here. Potatoes are boiling away. The soup is, we're getting there. Yeah, I think the soup's about done. So we can get it. Again, chicken. And that's what we for lunch. So this is going to go in the Frigidator. And that frees up room for our vegetables that we're going to be having. What did I do with that pan? I lost my pan again. It's in the sink. Never mind. Found it. That black mortar and pestle. Mortar and pestle. In goes the mint leaves. Waste not, want not. Get the cutting board out of the way. switch back over here. I done lost my taster spoon again. Oh, here it is. Do we look up there?
She's good. Maggie Madden says can't talk in the grocery store.
No worries. Gotcha. Alright, so we've got our mint in there. And to that, we're going to add some garlic, minced garlic, some sesame oil, some soy sauce, rice vinegar, and red chili flake. Probably a little bit of salt as well. Rice vinegar and the chili flake. Get my measuring spoon. So 3 cloves of garlic. We got some minced garlic. We do like garlic. 1 clove is probably about a tablespoon and a half to 2 tablespoons, or teaspoon and a half to 2 teaspoons. But I'm going in with 2 tablespoons of garlic. Now, 3. Then we got rice vinegar. 1 tablespoon. It's kind of like a mint chimichurri, I guess is the best way to describe this. And then soy sauce. 2 tablespoons. Sesame oil. 1 tablespoon. And sorry, this putting these down kind of harshly. They might be kind of loud. Red chili flake. Half a teaspoon is probably what is needed, but I'm going full teaspoon just for a little extra heat. And just mix all this together. Using the mortar and pestle, basically the only reason I'm doing it is to bruise the leaves, to get the mint oils to come out of the leaves. Went off. I'm going to test these just to be fork tender. Beautiful. They're ready. So just hit that in the mortar and pestle. It can just sit there. We'll take it out in a minute and put it in something else. That's going to be drizzled over the top of the lamb whenever we plate. Good. Now I gotta strain the potatoes, not patates, potatoes. And then they're gonna go back into the same pot that they cooked in, except I'm gonna be running them through a ricer, a potato ricer. Here we go. over. Bring the potatoes over in the colander. Load potatoes into the ricer. And hopefully y'all can see that okay. Can you hand me the milk, please, Jay? Potatoes in there. We're going to put a little bit of milk in the bottom of the pan. We're going to set it back on the heat. And then we'll rice the rest of them into the pan. Gotta have butter. Quick. Potatoes are supposed to be buttery the last time I checked, so. But the ricer just makes them smooth and rich. Of course, we're loading them up with, but they will be rich. So once again, in the potatoes is going to be cheese, onions. I'm sorry. This turned out to be a lot more than I thought it would. Ricotta. And ricotta cheese. So 2 types of cheese, because you can never have enough cheese. Bacon, because it's bacon, and red onion, green onion, garlic. Sound like a winner, I guess. Put this out of the way into the sink. We're going to need this pan here in just a minute for our vegetables. There's our bacon. Our purple onions and our green onions. I'm going to bring over some garlic.
Zero Night says, when a person cooks, isn't it always more than you think? Laugh out loud.
Right.
And Cat, bacon is life.
That is true. So true. Alright. Good bit of garlic and cheese I can't put in this bowl because, that's a half a pound of cheese. And then we've got our ricotta cheese. Again, everything organic. Much healthier way to cook, in our opinion. As far as product is concerned, and some of what is just a standard product in other countries is already organic by the United States. Interesting, I've always thought. But the U.S. has really come around. And the pricing has really come in line. It's not overly expensive. y'all can see that well enough. You can see the ricer just makes them so smooth. Very smooth. Got a little bit of that. Yeah, we're having some so.
He says the stream is breaking up.
Yeah. So sorry. Grab a spoon right quick for the ricotta. Now, as far as ricotta cheese, probably it's going to take about 8 ounces. Toss it in there. Maybe a little more. And then our bacon. Something else you can also put in these that we've done before is sour cream. Sour cream goes really well in it. Pretty much anything that you would think that you want to put on a baked potato, you can put in. But of course, 2 of the ingredients must be cheese and bacon. After that, whatever you want.
Yes.
But cheese and bacon are like, I don't know, required. So in with the shred.
Yeah, see, her problems with the audio. I don't know, is everybody getting?
Mm-hmm. Everybody's freezing or just
I don't know. Let's see.
Alright. Great. Almost at the end. And yesterday went so smooth. Sure the stream will come back up here in a second.
Zero says, and we're back.
There you go. A little bit of black pepper.
This might be end. No. We're not going to give up that easy.
Put a taster to it.
Ooh, ooh.
Taster spoon. Okay.
Salt.
A little more salt in there. A little more black pepper. Mixy, mixy. Making a mess.
Is this okay?
Mm-hmm. I believe this is going to bring the mashed potatoes to an end. As long as I don't drop the spoon in the floor. Oh wow.
Big difference.
taster's about to punch me in the back of the head.
Yep.
Taters are done. Of course, the spatula goes to the taster so we can get a pre-wash before it goes into the wash. Let's see, let's get the one noisy bowl.
Back over.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the. Well, I done lost my lid.
Again.
Is it in the bottom? So I'm just gonna move that to the back. There's in the center right there is a warmer. So just put it on low. Switch back over to cutting board. Now it's time to get our sauce. Do what?
You're good.
Oh my. Okay.
That's a keeper.
Yeah, this is really good.
I know, it's so hard sometimes when you think mint. Oh, dang.
That'd be good on beef.
That's really good.
That'd be good on beef or chicken or fish. Oh, that's a new sauce, I think.
That's really good.
So to explain the sauce, it's a lot of Asian influence from the rice vinegar, the sesame oil, the what is that stuff called? Soy sauce, crushed red pepper flake. But then you throw the mint in there, and it's like takes it to a different place. And it's a really good place to go. So I'm going to put this in here. Yeah, let's try that. Dina's got an idea for maybe add just a touch of Greek yogurt to it, just to kind of have something that brings everything together real well. So we might try a little side on the side there. I think I left half of it in the mortar and pestle. Sorry, hopefully that wasn't too loud. So we're going to get a little bit of Greek yogurt. We're going to put a little bit of sauce on here. And see what they taste together like. Kind of like that. So again, a little bit of Greek yogurt to go in here with it. Let my official taster get in there. And it's not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, won't need much. Just maybe like a spoonful. Give that a mix up and see what we got. Ew. Throwing it everywhere. Definitely changes the color of it. Not a bad thing. Yeah, I think this is going to work out pretty good. That's what it looks like. A little different. Oh yeah. That's tasty. Got a good heat to it. Yogurt just kind of smoothed everything out.
Wow.
That's really good.
Very good.
Making a little bit of a mess here. Alright, so now, last thing we gotta do is the vegetables, and then we'll be plating up. So, cutting board. So today's veggies. Bring the cutting board back out for just a second, just to have the veggies, put the veggies on it. We got broccoli. We have asparagus. Show y'all a neat little trick with asparagus as far as finding out where it stops being crunchy or woody. So if you hold the asparagus by the end between your two fingers like that, grab it about halfway and just bend it. It'll break right where it's still fresh and not crunchy or hard. And you can do it with any size of them, whether it's the small ones, big ones, fresh ones. I don't know about frozen. I don't think I've ever seen frozen asparagus. Doesn't sound right. But you can just snap them dudes right off. And you ain't got to worry about getting a woody piece of asparagus when you're eating. And then the third vegetable we have is some fresh baby spinach. And these will just be sauteed in a skillet, starting with this and the broccoli, because they'll take the longest, and then the spinach will go in for, I don't know, maybe 15-20 seconds, just kind of make it around. And we'll put a little dash of Parmigiano Reggiano over the top of that. Because once again, I can't believe I just threw all those away. Nice. Most of the time I keep the bottom ends of the asparagus, the woody part, and it goes into a freezer bag, and I use it to make the chicken stock. It goes into the. So the broccoli, just to keep from having great big huge in half. Unless they're already small, little dude right there gets away. I don't know what that was, but it's gone now. So, now's the hard part, because this is when it gets down to the end and I start running out of room. But we'll manage. I don't think I used that bowl. Alright, get a little sip of coffee. Clean my pan over.
Hand me the asparagus.
And what?
The asparagus?
Rinse the asparagus off right quick. And spinach. Just fresh whole leaf baby spinach. As far as seasoning on these vegetables, I don't get really heavy-handed with the seasoning. Some salt, pepper, garlic, a little bit of olive oil. Basically, I'm just trying to heat them through. I don't want them wilted. I still want them to have a little bite to them. Not a big fan of wilty vegetables. Salt and pepper. Granulated garlic. Granulated garlic. I'm about out of granulated garlic, so I need to refill that right quick.
The cat's getting it for you.
The cat's come to help. So once the pan gets a little heat to it, there we go. Spices and herbs. An Amazon account, which I think everybody on the planet does. You could buy these in bulk. Not only do you save a ton of money, you get a really good product. And no, I'm not sponsored.
Hey, but if they want to,
Right. Let's see. Pull our meat out of the oven, set it up over here, get ready to plate here somewhere. Let's pull our plates out right quick. Just kind of moving it around, coat the bottom of the pan. In goes the asparagus. That one wants to get out. Give it a little shimmy shake. A little salt over the top. A little pepper. Play this time of year. Not good, I guess.
and we're back.
Hey! It went so well yesterday. No problems whatsoever.
No, it's just the internet service around here.
Right. What I'm going to do while I go from one vegetable to the next, stoneware plate, mind you. Broccoli. Give the broccoli a little shimmy shake. Salt it.
Ooh, it smells good in here.
Pepper it. There, get ready for drizzle. Again, don't want it all wilted down, want it to maintain a vibrant color, retain some flavor. Sorry, really loud. Alright, let's get things ready. Start plating up. Salt the bottom of the pan for the spinach. A little pepper on the bottom of the pan. Big handful of spinach.